Hello, Leo. Welcome to your spring 2023 shapeshift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like for the spring season. I'm Angie, I'm your reader, and I'm joined by the Energy Archaeology Oracle by Ashley Stinson. I love this deck, especially for spring, because I'm getting this image of like bones creaking and cracking as you're waking up from the winter hibernation. And this deck is deeply somatic, and it specifically focuses on the skeletal system, the bones, and the energy that we carry in our most internal basic structure. So let's find out, Leo, how your bones are shifting this spring. It's funny that cards are like a little reticent to come out. We'll take that. I was feeling hesitant to do your reading. Like I kept asking myself, am I ready to do the Leo reading? Am I ready? And I was feeling a little avoidant. So I wonder if any of that is relevant for you. Am I ready for this? Two more cards. Must be something really specific. It's not wanting to come out. That's nice. This feels nice, Leo. Okay, it's kind of a lot. Yeah. Okay. Leo, this is really nice. Okay. How does it, what order does it want to go into? Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, hold on. Sorry, there's like snake imagery on these cards, and the snakes are having a conversation. Yeah, great. Okay, this is not really like a classic shapeshift. Let's take a look at this together. You're not really like shifting out of anything and into anything. It's just that all three of these energies are happening all at once. So we have resonance, represented as the spinal column, open as the clavicles, and then belonging as the sacrum. And like, whoa with the snake imagery. These beautiful mirrors happening on either side of the openness right at the center. So essentially, Leo, you are searching or opening, searching for or opening to resonance and belonging. And with the snake, I'm getting this sensation of like, you're feeling for who you belong with and where you belong, and wanting to open to that. For some reason with the snake, it's sort of, especially with these two snakes coiling together in belonging, there's something about like the skin rubbing up against each other and like their bellies rubbing, that it's like, wait, is your skin resonating with my skin? You know? Like when we intertwine in this way, is there resonance? And it's like you feel in this deck, you are feeling resonance through your spinal column, you know? Is there spine tingles? You know, like, I like the way that the spinal column sort of curves and snakes. That connection here is really nice. But it starts with the sacrum, this sense of like belonging or like rooting in with something that feels like home together from the base. And then from there, we can like slither upwards and find the resonance together. And then you get to the top of the spine where the clavicles are, you know, towards the top. and you have this like heart opening. So that's actually really cool, Leo, because Leo is associated with heart energy and heart openness, and you have this beautiful openness right at the center of your reading, right where the clavicles. So okay, if it starts with belonging at the base, and then you're sensing the resonance as you go up, like, okay, is this where I belong? Is this type of belonging or camaraderie or connection, does that actually resonate with me? Do I belong here? And then it hits the clavicles and something opens. You know, that resonance, if it passes the test of the heart, oh, that's kind of cool. If it passes the test of the heart, the clavicles, there's an opening in the clavicles. It passed the heart, and so Leo's heart or chest can just, do you hear those cracks? Crack right open. This is nice, Leo. Oh wow, I can't believe I was like, and this might be for someone out there, because I can't believe I was avoiding this, or I can't believe I was like hesitant about it or not sure, because this is the Leo reading we've been waiting for. You know, if y'all have been following my channel for like 3 years, the Leo readings have been hard. It has been rough. It has been super intense. There's been so much deep stuff going on, Leo. And now you've got resonance, belonging, and open. Like, it's finally just here. It's finally like, yes, this resonates with me. I feel like I belong. I can open. You know, and it's not going to be that like victorious for everybody, or that just like obvious for everyone. But then in that case, how are you feeling for it? How are you feeling for or opening to the people, the places that resonate with you and your spirit and your energy and what you're bringing to the table? Because you can tell when something doesn't belong. Okay, so it's like a test, you know? Here you are in your spine, which is just like your spinal column, your support system, your thing that's got your back here, you know? Your personal internal support system, that's where you are. That's where you find resonance. And then in belonging, you're going to interact with something else. And maybe you'll feel it in your spine if there is an actual sense of resonant belonging when you interact with that person or that environment or that project. Does this resonate? And I think it's really cool that resonance is showing up as the spine in this deck, because it's like, it's making me ask, does this support me? Do I feel supported here? And if the answer is no, then that's not belonging. Let's all take a glass of water out of that. If there's not a sense of resonant support, then there is not belonging. If something resonates in this way where you just feel supported, that's belonging, you know, like but the kind of belonging you can rest in, that you can relax into, that you can be even more of yourself in that kind of resonance and support and belonging. And then you can open, and that's the opening. Like, oh wow, I can actually be myself completely. Or I just heard like, I can be totally open here. I don't have to be like sort of closed or mostly closed. Like, oh, I can be totally open. It's like a revelation, this openness. Let's read a little bit. I'm loving reading from the guidebooks lately, y'all. You know, like, we gotta hear from the people that created these cards, that created this. Okay. The person who originally felt into this is going to have the most to say. Let's look at resonance. Resonance is both embodied wisdom and a doorway through which you can travel deeper. Your core energetic resonance anchored at your coccyx, interesting that we have belonging also, indicating that it's something that anchors you at the base. Your sacrum, your coccyx. Like, let's all just, these are somatic readings this spring, so let's all just do it. Take your hand, relax the palm, relax the fingers, but keep a firm, and just place that on your sacrum. You know, okay, both feet on the ground. Here we go. Maybe you want to put your other hand there too. Leo, I want you to feel what it feels like to belong there. To feel that support there. And of course it starts with your own support, you know? Because when you support yourself, when you support your own resonance and your own belonging, then you naturally will choose other people who support you as well. You know, like when you choose people who don't support you, that's not supporting yourself. Okay. Hands on the sacrum. Because I want you to feel what real support from the base, like an actual anchor, actually feels like. Okay, that's going to be a sensation that we might return to. What else do I want to say? Nice. Okay, Ashley, thank you. Your core energetic resonant anchored at your coccyx is your primary guide and your highest truth. This is the resonance you feel in your bones and your soul, like foundational level beliefs, bringing you further into alignment with this version of yourself, the version of yourself that says yes to what actually resonates with them and actually supports them. Oh, yeah, Leo, it's the true nurturer. And y'all know, if you've been following my readings for 3 years, that's what we've been talking about for Leo for this whole time. Like, what is true nurturance? How can you give it to yourself? How can you choose to surround yourself by people and jobs and projects and other opportunities that show you true nurturance in return? Now we're really getting into it, because I think you had to do a lot of stuff to be able to actually hear about the true nurturer. So here we are. We're talking about true nurturance here. And it actually does start with resonance, with, is this a yes for me? Does this support me? Does this align with the truth in my spine? Okay. Okay. That's all I want to say. Well, no. Here's some prompts that Ashley Stinson gives us. If you want to do a little journaling or just a little reflecting, you can. What is my current resonance teaching me about myself today? Because she talks about like resonance can change. What things have fallen out of resonance with me and are ready to be shed, snake, from my day-to-day life? Yes. Oh, and then she asks you, like, what is your highest possible resonance? Like the absolute yes. Because like, if resonance is a spectrum where something like sort of resonates with you, but it's not the highest possible resonance, you need to be able to know the difference. Especially when choosing something that's so core, so root, as like who or where you belong. That should be like highest level resonance, not like mostly resonant or sort of resonant. So now I guess we should look at belonging. Your sacrum, a place of confluence, accepts only your belonging, so you can accept and embrace it too. That's so interesting, a place of confluence. So if the coccyx is like the anchor, the thing tying you down, and like that's what you're feeling into for resonance all the way up the spine, then we have this like place of confluence where other things that you might belong with or belong to come in. Confluence, connection. They're interacting with your resonance. How does it feel, you know? Oh, this is nice. Your sacrum is a place of confluence, but at the same time, it's a gatekeeper of your sovereignty, Leo. And that's why when like interacting with something else, we're coming back to this question of, does it belong with me? Do I belong here? Is it resonant? Great. Yeah. What would it look and feel like to belong to me before I belong to anyone else or anything else? Is a great question. Okay. And then there's this beautiful openness right in the middle. You're ready to open to the things that are resonant and the things that truly belong with you. So I'm into that, Leo. I have been waiting for readings like this for you the last couple of seasons. It just feels so good, and I'm so excited to dive in now. So I've got some other decks. I've got the Fifth Spirit here. I've got Octospamen. We're gonna get into this and see exactly how these themes are showing up for you this spring. So if it's resonating with you, so far, and you'd like to view the whole reading, you can find it in the Shifting Space. This is the space, an online community that investigates these shift readings over the course of the whole season and seasons to come. So we check in mid-season and we check in again at the end. We rewatch the readings, we write our notes, we share our insights and what's going on for us, how these readings are showing up in our lives. And we have these like designated checkpoints that we look back and we can reflect and say, oh, the shifts showed up in this way. I thought they were going to be this, or okay, it's really fun, investigative sleuthing over there. So if that's something you're into and you want to see what the space is all about, click the link in the description, check it out, and maybe I'll see you for the rest of this reading.